I don't even know if the microphone's half good, but anyway. So,
Okay.
so should we go for it?
Hello.
How are you, Anns?
I'm good. How
Yeah,
are you?
I'm great, especially speaking to you. Wait a second, let me start again. This is better. Okay, so hi, Anns. How are you?
Hello, Sam.
And it's so great to be speaking to you, especially because, we're going through really difficult times now. There are a lot of people that are not working, and some people are on unpaid leave. Some people have lost their job. Some people are stuck at home. And for me, Andy, you are an absolute inspiration. First of all, I'm going to have your link up. Anybody that wants to get inspired every day needs to follow Andy. So maybe you can give us a tip or two when you're feeling really down. What are maybe one or two things you can do to pick yourself up, because we're really in trying times at the moment?
Yeah, listen, I think one of the most important things to remember, especially in today's times, but in all trying times, is that it's completely normal. Often people think, and people say to me, how are you so positive and so optimistic and so happy? And every time I speak to you, I can almost see you smiling through the phone, even if I can't physically see you. And I say to them, and I really do believe this because I work hard at this, it doesn't come naturally. It's a matter of just validating that it's actually perfectly okay to say this is really hard. And once you say that and just validate and recognize and acknowledge that, half of the energy that we are busy recruiting to try resist that feeling and try not feel that is automatically now available to us to do other things, because I don't need to constantly fight and resist that really difficult feeling. I can just acknowledge it and just be okay with it. So I've become quite comfortable not feeling okay. And because I'm now okay not being okay, I can then use up the energy that I would have needed to resist that really awful feeling, to just sit with that feeling a while and then use that as a really valuable resource to do other things that I know charge me and fuel me and give me energy and make me smile and give me purpose and pleasure. So I think the first step is just actually acknowledging that it's actually okay not to feel okay, and to really be with that feeling, let it flow through you, be with it, and then use the energy that you would have used to resist that to then choose your charges and plug them into your day. That leads, I guess, to the second question you asked, is what do I do? And I think it's really personal and highly subjective. We all have different things that make us feel good. So the real trick is to first become aware and actually reflect on what makes you feel good, and then make sure you do those things. So one of the tips is to create a list of charges and things that really do, ignite you. And those can be as simple as a delicious cup of coffee, watching a sunset, sitting outside, just enjoying a good peaceful moment. Or bigger things like going for a workout or doing a run or studying something online or reading a book or watching a great show. Or now it's harder to go out with all the quarantine and social distancing laws in place. But there's so many things that we can each just do in our own lives that we know charge us and make us feel good. And it's highly subjective.
Yeah. So I want to go back actually to the first thing that you said, because it reminds me of something that I read a few years ago, and I actually didn't understand it. I read that you need to give yourself permission to actually not feel good. And I thought, how can I give myself permission? What does this mean, give yourself permission? So you talk about acknowledging and acceptance of where you are, and that's beautiful. So the semantics can be different.
Yes, I think it's a human emotion that we is universal. It's a universal human emotion that we are all going to experience, is not being okay. And once we're okay with not being okay, then that is the permission. It's saying it actually is perfectly all right. I heard a beautiful idea apropos permission, which comes from the Hebrew language. The Hebrew word for ishur is permission. It's that, when you need a permission slip or something, you need to sign an ishur.
Yes.
And the Hebrew word for deep happiness, real fulfillment, this deep sense of, satisfaction and real authentic joy is osher. And they have the same root. So ishur and osher come from the same root.
Yes.
And a lot of the time, our own personal joy and deep sense of happiness and being okay with where we are starts with giving ourselves permission. And that can unfold into many different areas. It can be giving permission not to be okay. It can be giving permission to try something new, giving permission to take a risk, giving permission to set boundaries, giving permission to prioritize, giving permission to time manage, giving permission to set brave goals and be courageous. So that can have ripple effects into so many different areas of our life, this giving permission.
Yeah. Well, Anne, I thank you so much for your words of wisdom and inspiration. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link for everybody to a post that you did recently on how, when you're not feeling okay, to make this list of all the things you can do. And everybody makes their own list. So we'll link to that.
Yes.
And we'll include that.
You're welcome to use mine, and you're welcome to make your own.
Use yours. We're going to use yours and connect everybody with you, Andy, because you give so much. And I want to thank you for your time today and wish you and your beautiful family all the best in these trying times that we're living in right now.
Thank you. And I want to wish you and your beautiful family all the best. And just to thank you for your ongoing leadership and mentorship and friendship. That is so invaluable to me, and I appreciate it so very deeply.
So let's say bye to everybody. Have a good day.
God,
thank you.
take care.
Bye.
Be well,
Bye.
be safe.